Good afternoon, people managers. Welcome to PMAP's fifth webinar series. Let me introduce to you our speaker. Our speaker for today is Ms. Carmi De Leon, Vice President for Sales and Marketing of Healthway Medical, the most trusted and preferred chain of mall clinics in the country. She's recently voted as Board of Trustee and Director for Wellness of PMAP. She's an active member of MAP, Management Association of the Philippines, Wellness Committee, currently leading the Lifestyle Dance Challenge. She's co-chair of European Chamber of Commerce Women in Business for Women Empowerment, and a certified coach for corporate wellness under Wellness Council of America. Let's all welcome Ms. Carmi De Leon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I have already prepared something, but I know that I wish to interact with you so that I can make it better. Okay, I have entitled my presentation High-Tech Soft Touch. As people managers, we know that we are faced with the advent of internet and with multitasking all around. It has to be a balance or a combination of high-tech and soft touch. I'll be sharing to you 10 tips on how I became the Healthway brand. First, let me introduce myself. I am married. I have 4 grown-ups already. My eldest is 29. I have a grandson. I'm 51 years old. I have been with Healthway for 13 years, and I have been married for 30 years. And you don't see me, but my waistline is 26, and this is part of my brand identity that I wish to hold on to. I am from Healthway, and this is a picture of our clinics. We are the most trusted and preferred brand for ambulatory healthcare. So let me start now with saying that you are the brand. As HRs, or everyone, represents a particular brand. We know that whatever we do day to day, whatever we say represents who we are, but it's not just about our personality, but it's about our company or the brand. Okay. Again, we are the #1 brand ambassador if that's the case. We design our own value proposition or our edge or our unique selling proposition. I'd like to share with you my personal value proposition. For me, the brand must be compelling and compassionate. This means that the brand should be able to solve a particular problem or bridge a gap. It has to be adaptable. We know that the market is evolving, the needs of the customers are changing. We have to be adaptable. I have this saying, the award or the trophy goes to the most flexible, not to the genius or to the smartest in the boardroom. It has to be relevant. The brand is not supposed to be just different from the rest. It has to be relevant to the customers. Most of the time, it is perceived to be okay if the brand is different from other competitors. But the question really is, how is it relevant to the consumer or to the target market? The brand must be magnetic and masterful. Magnetic means attractive, meaning it can connect to the audience. And masterful means you should know what you are doing or how your brand is really affecting the lives of your target market. Intuitive. As a marketer, I see data, I look at the data, but I always look beyond numbers. It is important that we follow our gut feel from time to time and look at the big picture and try to feel what's happening aside from just reading the numbers. This means making the data sing and dance or interpreting it to be able to do something more relevant or innovative. Of course, the brand must be engaging. With the advent of internet, we know that we can post a lot of information, but content is king, and we would know that if the customers are reacting or if you are getting positive results. And I want to share you how I became the brand for Healthway. First is my first rule is fall in love or walk away. This means falling in love with your product, with your company, with the brand, with the people, with the partners you work for, you work with. Because as a salesperson also, I know that I cannot sell something that I don't love. And again, it's a stress if you work on something that you don't care about. So the strategy number one is love. You have to fall in love with your company. You have to fall in love with your job. You have to fall in love with what you're supposed to do. TLC is the key to sustainability. It's total loving care. Rule number two, I want to grab or I want to sustain a market share to be the leader, but I want to grab the heart share. It's more important that you get the emotions instead of just capturing or conquering a market. Strike or appeal on the emotional side, invest on emotional bank account. This means giving more and more favor or like in our case, in the service business, I cannot just say no to customers, but I always want to hear them out and try to understand how else I can be more flexible or be more responsive to the needs. That means I am investing in emotional bank or I am investing in relationship. This is also why person-to-person relationship is very important. It is not enough that we are present in all social media or social mediums, but it has to be person-to-person. This means making your presence felt, especially during special occasion. A person-to-person is very important, or interaction is very important. Like we can see here that we are always online all the time and we always share a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that we are connected just because we are online. I'd like to emphasize the soft touch, which means taking some time with your partners or with your customers or with your people. It's not enough that we chat on Facebook. It's better to have face-to-face discussion, maybe over coffee, talking about light things. So here's what I do. I engage in different activities to be able to get connected to my peers. Here's a sample of how I extend my presence. Aside from day-to-day work, I am part of MAP Wellness Committee. I also have my circle after office where I spend my or I do anti-stress with them. Number three is marketing from within. It is very important that we are that we know our primary target market. This is the people, this is the teams. These are the teams inside our organizations. Let us take time to share our story to the people within our organization. Oftentimes, our own people are not aware of our vision or of our direction. So we have to share it and we have to share it repeatedly. And a study shows that 3,000 randomly selected people were asked if they are aware of their company's vision or advocacy. And it's so ironic that only 41% of those employees agreed that they know what's happening in the organization or what their brand positioning is. So this means that we can start from within and we can market from our own employees. So here's a sample of what we do. In sales and marketing, I make this enrichment sessions very engaging, and this is my avenue to discuss to them the vision of the company, the direction, updates, and everything. I'd like to play this video. This is part of the National Wellness Day. The idea here is to engage everyone that to be part of Healthway is a commitment, or they should be role models, because we're from Healthway, we're supposed to walk the talk. So this video will tell you, or will show you, that all the employees are encouraged to stay healthy. This will make our brand more credible, and this will also make their lives more exciting and fun-filled. So please watch the video. All right, so that's part of the National Wellness Days, creating a culture of wellness. So rule number 4 is maintain a semantic distance between you and your product. Again, if you want to establish a very strong brand, you have to be consistent and credible, and you have to have something like mindful brand association. Otherwise, you can just partner to whoever. I'd like to, again, relating to the video, during the National Wellness Day, two top brands, it's a world renowned brand. Um, the, those two brands are, where they were wishing, they were asking for a partnership, but I really opted not to consider it, because again, if it's National Wellness Day, everything should be part of, or everything should be about wellness. But the two brands is not really positioning into wellness. So I had to say no for this particular time, not for this event, because I know that this will not be good. Um, Unfortunately, even if I want sponsorship, I cannot just consider that. And that is because I am mindful that for National Wellness Day, everything has to evolve into healthy, or well, consumer brand that pertains to good health. Unfortunately, those are not. But we found a good way on how to partner. But again, be mindful, because if you are representing a brand and you know your purpose, you have to go around the circle, or partner, affiliate with those same, with the companies with the same visions, because otherwise this will create confusion among your target audience, or even among your partners. This is a good example. In MAP, it's an organization. If you will look at the age bracket, they are it's like the average age is 60 years old. But we still find time to do the lifestyle challenge. And again, because my passion is dancing, I am into this and I'm helping out. In the same manner, for women in business, I would like to really associate wellness because I'm part of it. So we're having this event, Happy, Healthy, and Fit. And part of Healthways Advocacy is a seed lifestyle campaign where we go to different companies to educate people and to promote the value of seed lifestyle. This is about seed is about sleep, eat, right, exercise, and de-stress. Okay, articulate your story. So it's not enough that you create your value proposition. You still have to have a good story, and this is not about what, it's about why. When you talk about your brand, you talk about the reason why you are existing. The reason why a company is there or a product was made. In this case, I like to emphasize that we have to practice what we preach. We may be able to make a story or to create a story, but the target market is not really not noticing the things that we are claiming. Example, if I'm representing Healthway, I cannot be eating French fries all the time, or I cannot be seen having nightlife all the time. But they should see me engaging wellness or into good stuff, into healthy food. So that gives us more credibility. Reenacting the vision means making products or making your service very close to the people. The vision of Healthway is to be very accessible or to promote good health. We went to malls because we know that that's where the people are. But it's not enough that we are there. We need to create products. We need to create activities where we can engage them and so that they can participate and feel the service. I mentioned about acting your brand or being truthful to your brand. That means, again, practicing what you preach. Here in Healthway, we have this Wellness on Wheels. You can see here that there are happy employees. They are more interested now to embrace wellness, unlike before that when we say medical, they run away and they say they don't have time. So Wellness on Wheels made it more exciting because we talk about preventive healthcare like the seed lifestyle, posture and productivity, the value of oral healthcare, and a lot of things. So we make it fun because we do raffle, we do a little of dancing. So we inject a lot of things to make it more compelling or appealing. Rule number 6, don't be safe or you'll be sorry. This means you have to be creative, disruptive. You need to explore and experiment. You have to be on the lookout all the time on what's happening, meaning the value proposition or your brand selling proposition is not constant. This will evolve as the market evolves. So be on the lookout and decide to disrupt. It's okay to forget about the norm or the usual things and try to experiment. And again, don't say no, be on the go. In Healthway, I train people not to say why not instead of no. This means we have to welcome all those things and look at the big picture, study the potential instead of saying outright no. Another example is health check. While working with HRs, we learned that people are afraid of doctors. They are not so comfortable to see doctors or to go to the clinics. That even if they have free medical checkup, company is paying for it, and yet they are not interested. So what we did, we bundled checkup with a hotel accommodation and we created health check. And this helped a lot of HRs in terms of convincing their executives or their employees to avail of their annual physical exam. This is what I'm saying, that we need to be more creative and we have to be more innovative. Number 7 is this one: be uniquely you and passionately you. Embrace your identity. So what's the identity? Well, it can be positive or negative. The more important thing is that you accept your flaws. There's no such thing as perfect brand. Work on it and make it better. So how do we make it better? We have to keep our eyes and ears on the ground. We have to talk to our customers regularly to find out their passion points, the pain points, so that we can always bridge the gap or improve the service. Okay. This is part of our these are some ways on how we connect to the audience. The healthy health way dancers, and of course even in PMAP, the purpose of this one is to make agile, is to convince them or encourage them to enjoy life and have regular exercise. Okay. Number 8, sincerity sells. We can promise a lot of things, but the truth is in the actual experience. It's the ultimate test. We have to be truthful, we have to be genuine, otherwise it will not last. We see a lot of advertisements, but of course, we see also that there are inconsistencies, or we saw a lot of brands that failed, and this is because most consumers didn't get that kind of experience that they expected. So marketing or branding, it's not about talking or making a good story or telling the people about the vision or the purpose for existence, but it's about customer experience. And experience doesn't happen one time. It doesn't happen like in Healthway. It's not just trying the doctor or visiting the clinic. It is the whole journey of the patient, which means up to the collection, up to the sales officers visiting the client, everything and everyone. So again, experience is the ultimate test. We need to be more spontaneous, and we can be very spontaneous if we just listen to our customers and if we know what they want and what they dislike about our product. Okay, again, we're talking about high-tech soft touch. We know that a lot of people are now engaged, or most of the people are engaged in social media. But again, listen to the customers or use it as a tool to be able to make your brand better. The customers are the most empowered people at the moment, so might as well take advantage of it. Here, we say that we're saying that our customers, and again, this is the reason why we are voted as the most trusted and preferred clinic. All the people in the clinics are giving us feedback also on how the patients or how the customers are perceiving our brand. And with this, we constantly improve and develop our service and products. I think I'm going too fast, but I would like to have more engagement. If you have questions, you can shoot me some questions so I can also be more elaborative, or I can help you out more. Okay, advertise your advocacy. As I mentioned, there are tools all over. We just have to be present, but it's not about taking photos and posting it in Facebook or Instagram, but it's about talking about your advocacy and working with some people with the same purpose and vision. This will enlarge your territory, and this will strengthen your brand presence or your brand identity. Examples are this. We have partnered with Merck for the thyroid awareness campaign because studies have shown that 1 out of 11 is suffering from thyroid disorder. So we have signed a partnership together with DOH to help this epidemic. When you go to Healthway, there's a free thyroid test or checklist that you can fill out, and this will give you an overview if you are prone to that disease. And then again, you can easily see your doctor for consultation. Another thing is our upcoming partnership with PhilLab. This is for dengue awareness campaign, and this is because we really want to eradicate this fatal disease. This can be avoided if we have the knowledge and if we offer the solution. Another partnership would be with the Fit Filipino, with coaches Jim and Tony. Healthway is signing also with them so that we can help your advocacy of having 1 million fit Filipinos. Okay, number 10, it's very important to know that marketing is not just for a few people, or branding is not for the marketing department, but it's universal. The whole company should be able to understand that everyone is a marketer. Everyone represents the brand. And for instance, in Healthway, we always tell them that they are all our ambassadors and they are all our endorsers. And we do a lot of things. We engage them in several marketing activities so that they can also feel the importance or the value of what we're doing. But the main point here is, for HR practitioners, you really have to establish a very strong brand identity so that others will be compelled to see or to follow. It's always leading by example. What we do, what we repeatedly say, how we interact, will make up for our brand. And again, if they see the HR practitioners to be like that, that means the company is, it describes the company. It means the totality of the company. That's why we should be very mindful on the things that we do, on the activities that we engage in, and the words that we say, because these represent the company or a particular brand. I hope I was able to give you enough knowledge about the value of the brand in everyone. I just show you some pictures. So these are the photos of the Healthway people rejoicing about the trusted brand. We tell them that trusted brand trophy didn't happen because of extensive marketing. We are not doing extensive marketing. We are doing focused marketing, and what we are doing is health promotions and wellness advocacies. So we engage them. We tell them to hold on the trophy, and then we had some photo shoots so that they can really um, own the trophy, or believe that they are part of it. Because sometimes it's limited to some people, and we want them to feel the excitement up to the entire organization, up to the managerial, the janitors, and everyone. And by this way, we encourage them to improve the service or do the best in the day-to-day work. Okay, people managers, I think it's too early, but I will be very happy to hear questions, reactions. Thank you very much for staying with me and for listening. I really hope that you learned a lot. If there are some questions, feel free to ask me. Stay healthy, everyone.